Today, we're headed up to the rooftop of the Hawkeye State. Hi, I'm Skye Marthaler. Welcome to another episode of Rooftops of America. Today, we're in the city of Sibley, and just a few miles away from the highest point in the state. Located in the northwest corner of the state in Osceola County, Hawkeye Point lies on the border of two Iowan landforms, the Northwest Iowa Plains and the Des Moines Lobe. The land here is known as knob and kettle terrain and is a result of repeated glaciation, forming the area seen today between 20,000 to 30,000 years ago. The High Point gets its name from the state nickname, the Hawkeye State, and is one of a select few owned and maintained by a county. At one point, this entire region was covered by tall grass prairie, and it stretched across the entire state, but little of that remains today. Now, about 85% of Iowa is dedicated to farming. In particular, the majority of that acreage goes to two crops, corn and soybeans. Iowa is one of the agricultural engines of the United States, producing more corn, soybeans, pork, and eggs than the rest of the country. One thing you'll be sure to notice when you visit this high point are all the fields of corn. This being Iowa, corn really is king, and it's worth taking a moment to understand how much of an impact this crop has in this state. The crop itself has been almost a constant presence since the start of statehood. Iowa produces more corn per year than any state in the USA, and in some cases, more than most countries. They have been leading the way for the last 2 decades, producing 2.5 billion bushels alone in 2015. Even today, this High Point's agricultural heritage is close at hand, both in the park and the surrounding environments. Hawkeye Point didn't always have the title of Iowa's highest point. Up until 1970, the top of Iowa was believed to be at Ocheaden Mount, a nearby Native American mourning site. In 1971, the U.S. Geological Survey conducted a topographical survey of the state of Iowa, and they concluded that the high point actually laid 11 miles to the west and slightly north of here, on Merrill and Donna Sterler's farm, literally at the end of a feed trough. The Sterlers wanted the high point to recognize all of Iowa, so they named it Hawkeye Point. And by 1998, the Iowa General Assembly passed a resolution officially designating it with that name. Hawkeye Point may not be the most scenic or strenuous of high points, but it is a shining example of what can happen when everybody rallies around to make something better. This is a high point that doesn't take itself too seriously, but it makes the most of what it is. This place serves as a tribute to the sport of highpointing and a celebration of community involvement. The point wouldn't be what it is today without the combined efforts of many parties, to include the Sterler family, local government, the Highpointing Association, and community organizations and businesses who all contributed valuable time, effort, and money. Ever since the Sterlers found out they were in possession of the highest point in the state, they've been welcoming people to their farm. But Merrill and Donna wanted to do something a little bit more. They wanted to ensure that everyone would always be welcome here. In 2008, the Sterler family donated 1.6 acres to the county for the creation of a park. The county then took it further and purchased several more acres around the high point. Local groups, including 4-H and Future Farmers of America, plus volunteers from the high school and community, all pitched in to provide labor and resources to develop the site further. The end result has been something truly special. Park, campground, heritage museum, and with the development of the 4-lane expressway, it can be a welcome center of sorts for the state of Iowa. And last but not least, this high point, where all the work and effort put into it, is now a model that other high points can emulate when it comes to community engagement. get to the top of Hawkeye Point, it's just a short little walk down this road behind me. In fact, you can actually see it from right here. Let's go check it out. And here we are, at the summit of Hawkeye Point, the rooftop of Iowa. Coming in at 1,670 feet, makes this the 42nd highest state high point in the USA. I'm Skye Marthaler. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Rooftops of America. I'll see you soon.